Hi. It's been quite some time. But not since I've done YouTube or made a video or streamed, which has been a while since I've done that. But it's been a long time since I've drawn. Since I've made anything, since I've been creative. So today, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do something a little creative today, because I feel like it. And I finally have some time to do what I want. Alright, so getting right into it, I have this Speedball Super Black ink. It is kind of old. I don't know if ink actually like gets bad or anything like that. Ooh, it's a little hard to open. I don't know if ink goes bad or anything like that. I shook it up. I don't know. I feel like it settles, but I feel like it doesn't go bad per se. Alrighty. So now we got a bit better of a close-up. So I'm going to... And I also got a little bit of paper towel I'm putting off to the side here just to... So I don't get it all over the desk and everything. It looks like the ink dried up or... You know, stuff. I don't know if I should tap it over there or not, but... Okay, so gotta press. We can get like a really bold, thick... Wow, that looks really nice, actually. Kind of thin. We got a good amount of control. I could fill it in pretty easily. This is holding a lot of ink. Wow, this is like more impressive and wording better than I really thought it would. First impressions, this one really good. I really like this one a lot. So now I'm gonna go on to this next one, that brass one that was big. The second one I showed. Immediately this feels a little bit more scratchy, I guess. Ooh, that was a big drop of ink. It just dropped onto the bristle. This definitely feels more scratchy. And thicker. And I am running out of ink a little faster. Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. I just feel like I have less control. It's like really nice, but I feel like it gets bold too quick. Like the bold lines are a lot better and a lot stronger. And it's out of ink now, it seems like. But I feel like I have less control with this nib for sure. So moving on to the next brass one. I actually think these go to a different body, like a smaller one, because they're like more tubed. If you can see, so this is like a tube, and this is like a whole. Let me get it. A whole like flat bit. Like you see the difference in the body type. So let's see real quick if I have the other body. Okay, so I looked really quick and I did find the second, oh, I just rolled in the ink. Oh, man, that sucks. I have to grab that now. That's where I grab, dude. That's tough. Yeah, this is obviously smaller. It's a smaller tip. This runs out of ink super fast, though. I don't like want to use this one anymore because like I just run out of ink super quick. I think this was the next biggest one. I'm just gonna flip this one in. Let's see how this goes. Honestly, small nibs, I don't think I'm too much of a fan of. Just because that big one, I already can get pretty fine lines. Okay, never mind, hold on. I really like this nib, actually. I can get super fine lines, I have a lot of control. I can kind of get thicker lines. Obviously, it's a small nib, so it's not as crazy, but reminds me a lot of like just a smaller version of the really big one. So yeah, I'm liking this one. I'm a fan of this one, and it holds ink really well compared to the one I just used. And then going on to the even smaller one of this, just plop it in, dip through, and then this one seems even smaller, to be honest. Yeah, it's even smaller, and it's essentially the same thing, just even smaller. and I honestly really like it. This feels a little too scratchy for me, but I still feel like I have a lot of control. Like I feel like I can get straight lines really nice. Like a lot of, ooh, I really like hatching with these. That feels really good to hatch with. Not even gonna lie. So, I actually really like this one too. Okay, either got it in or I got it jammed. I'm trying to just, and also while not stabbing myself with the nib. I think that's going to have to do. And then I also have the, did it just roll through the ink again? Now moving on to this one, put it in here. If I remember right, I am getting ink all over this, by the way. If I remember right, you just kind of press on it until it pops. So, oh, there we go. I got the pop. And then we just grab the body, screw it on. Now, I think I gotta tap it down, right? Because it's like a cartridge. So the idea with, if it comes out, which it's not really coming out right now. It's supposed to be the really expensive, really nice one. We'll go back to it. We'll see how well that works. Alright, so coming into an idea for a sketch, I'm honestly going to be very loose. I'm just going to kind of try to like just go with the flow. I don't have any particular sketch in mind. I don't really have a plan. I'm honestly just going to jump right into it. Oh my gosh, the camera fell. Oh. That's not great. How you doing, Mr. Camera? You okay? Are we broken? Oh. Did I break the lens? Hello? You broken? Uh-oh. Oh, I think we're okay. Oh, that scared the heck out of me so badly. Ooh. You scuffed? You're probably scuffed a bit. Yikes. I think it's okay. I think it tanked it. That was not a good feeling in my heart. That was really not great. At all. Oh. Yikes. Oh my gosh. That crisis somewhat got averted. I don't really have a particular sketch in mind today. To be perfectly honest with you. So we're just gonna kind of like wing it. Just gonna go with instinct, feel it out, right? Like this, like that's just generally not terrible idea. I got a pencil, got an eraser, so we're just gonna hop in to the deep end. Something pretty general, stereotypical. Maybe something. Getting a little bit of details here. Don't want to go in too fast these details because I want to really get lost in it when I do like a line art or something. I'm not liking the shape going on around here anymore. I was at first, but now I'm becoming less of a fan of it. So we're just going off, no reference pictures, just kind of feeling it out. Trying to make something like somewhat legible. At least a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of get into it now. Just start line arting and then really going into crazy with details. I think this is probably gonna look pretty bad. But let's just get into it and see, right? I'm going to start here. And what better than to do something with a tool you never used before, right? Like, I've never used this for drawing before, even when I was drawing. So now it's like a cool experience on top of it, right? Like I'm not too worried about my anatomy right now, you know, I'm not like going, not too, like I'm trying to not like worry about this type of stuff right now. The whole vibe. So now I'm gonna just do that, I'm gonna wing that. That's new. Wasn't planning on doing any of this. It's part of the final design, right? But now I'm come into something. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of control right now. Like, these lines aren't coming out. Like, that line did not come out how I wanted it at all. I go like, I'm really liking this type of style, by the way. I am honestly, I honestly was not expecting to like this as much as I am. But yeah, general, not really, I don't really like it, obviously. Like, I feel like it should be pretty obvious. This isn't the best I can do, right? It's not supposed to be something I'm putting a lot of time into, something I'm putting a lot of thought into. It's literally just to get my foot in the door, to get me going again. I'm like really happy I'm like taking these steps to take the opportunity to do this, I'm taking the time for myself to do this. So I do really like drawing. Just like, it's something I've always done all my life, and I've had a break from it for probably, I'd say, about a year. And I was never like super crazy good at it, you know, I was never insane. And then I got a job as a graphic designer, and I thought, you know, and I really thought that would be it, right? Like that, I really thought that would be pinnacle. Now I get to do art. But it wasn't art, it was, I would like to call it like typical graphic design, where it was actually like studio stuff, more like e-commerce, I guess you could say. And I'm not like to say there's anything wrong with that, but I'd say the creative freedoms just in that type of field in general are a lot more limited. And you're not gonna be as free to do everything exactly like you want, like you would hope for. If that makes any sense. So I'm really happy I'm doing this, because it really has, for me, it really has been a very, very long time. Just in general. So I'm really happy, like, I can finally start drawing again. I'm really hoping that starting today, I can really start honing in my craft a little bit more, but really what I'm after now is just enjoying it a lot more, because before I never really, even though I liked doing it, I never gave myself a lot of time to just enjoy it, you know, just enjoy the process. I always liked the final products I did, for the most part. Like, obviously you have stuff that you don't like as much, you know, and that's okay. That's part of making art. A lot of the time you won't like what you're making exactly. That's fine. It's just I felt like I was getting too held up on the trap of enjoying the final product a little too much. I feel like I really got caught up in that when I shouldn't have been as caught up in it as I was. And I feel like I got really kind of sucked into the deep end. Especially when I got my graphic design job, when your final product is really all anyone cares about. So I feel like then, especially then, it's very important to deliver, right? Like, you have to deliver it, then you're getting paid to deliver a good product that the company expects, which, you know, is what it does, right? That's what it's for. So I feel like that's kind of where it comes from. And I just want to enjoy making art. That's really what I'm trying to say. I just want to enjoy making it again. And I feel like I haven't gotten to do that in a long time. And I feel like a lot of it is because I put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, I want to do more stuff like this where I'm not really, you know, thinking too hard about it. I'm not worried about every little thing. I'm just kind of, like this, I literally jumped into it, you know? No sketch, no, well, I obviously sketched something out, but, like, normally I do so many iterations of my sketches, because, you know, you're trying to make, if you're trying to make, like, I don't want to say, like, good art, but, like, people put a lot of work into art, and, you know, I especially gave a lot of thoughts into every single detail, which is great. You know, a lot of great, fantastic artists, that's what they do, you know, and they love it. And I do too, I really do. But I feel like there was a point where I put too much pressure on myself to deliver, and I was just not happy where that was getting me in life. I was just not happy, like, at all, in what was going on in my art career, and that's partially why I kind of gave up and why I stopped for a long time. And there have been periods in my life where I've, like, not made as much art, or other time that this, like, wasn't the only time, you know, I stopped making art. There were plenty of other times where I did. You know, like, this was an exception. It just felt, I guess it just felt scary. It felt a lot different. Because I really do like making art, and, like, I want to make a career out of art. Like, I want my art to pay for my bills. You know, I like making it. And it's just kind of like my priorities were also shifting at the same time. And, you know, that happens, but art has a very special place in my heart, and I want it to stay there. I don't want it to dissipate and go away. I want it to stay where it's at, because it does make me happy. and it really does make me happy. Kind of made that look like hair on accident. Oopsie. Oopsie. Let me know if like any of you guys have ever felt this way about something you like, you know? I feel like it's a pretty common thing, like even if it's not with art, with like anything, like video games, maybe a game you took very seriously, or maybe, you know, maybe a sport. Like, have you felt this way about like a sport? Like, do you play baseball, tennis, you know, something where you kind of felt this way, kind of like defeated, you know, like you're losing your passion for something? I feel like it's a pretty common thing, and it's really scary. I feel like you kind of have to do this game where you have to decide whether you're losing on that passion actually has ground, and like whether to seriously consider whether or not you want to continue, you know? This is like really scratchy, like I think the channel for this is like really clogged, because this is not giving me any control or anything at all right now. It just really does not feel, that feeling I had when I started this is gone, because this is not feeling super great right now. Really, oof, like this whole section right here has been rough, and I think that's because it's like getting clogged. I'm just gonna stop, take a break from this area, and continue on. Like, you know, whatever you do, if you do it a lot, if you do it enough, you're going to start getting sick of it eventually, right? That's like why it's important to change things up, and that's why I like making art, because I feel like it's never, like, obviously it has like cookie cutter patterns, but like, I guess you could say with anything you enjoy doing, but I feel like it's just so different every time. That's why I really like video games, especially because I feel like video games shouldn't be the same every time. Like the really good video games are not the same every time. Like, you look at games like games that I've really liked, especially like League of Legends. Like, no game is the same. And like, you can disagree with me and be like, oh, well, you get enters and whatnot, and you get all kinds of nonsense, which is true. But I also feel like it's, at the same time, you gotta agree with me, like, not every game is exactly the same. There's always something different. There's always something to look forward to, or, you know, you're always looking for that win. You're always thriving for it. So I feel like there are things that are different. So I'm just kind of leave it there, and finish up this drawing real quick, and just kind of get through it. I'm gonna stop philosophizing on you guys, you know, give you guys a little break from that. We're gonna go ahead and finish up this drawing, and do a little time-lapse mode. Alright, so go ahead and enjoy that. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so that's about it. In general, do I think it's that great? Not really. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, though. To be perfectly honest with you, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be terrible, and it's only kind of bad. But, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you really don't like it, I could care less. Kind of shows how far I've come just in my own views and the, I feel just about other people's opinions, to be honest. Which is good. It's called Progress, and I'm really happy with that. Anyway, I kind of wanted to take a second just to say thank you for if you've stuck around for this far, and I really wanted you guys to try to keep me on top of this. Honestly, without some pressure, I don't know how long I can keep this up for. I'm gonna be honest with you. So if you know me in real life, I'm asking for a favor. And even if you don't know me in real life, keep spamming my comments down below after every week I don't come out with a video, after a month I don't come out with a video. I want you guys to be on top of me. I need help. I really like making art, and I, for some reason, can't make the time to do it. If I can't make the time to do it, does that mean I really like it? Does that mean I really love it that much? There's only one way to find out, right? So please, if you know me, keep me on top of myself. Help me out. Anyway, without further ado, if you want, you can go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's really up to you. Like I said, I'm gonna really try to do this more often. It's not gonna just be art content in this kind of sense, but making videos in general. I want to show off some video games I'm having fun with, do some artsy stuff, maybe some other kind of projects. If you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see from me, I'm sure you won't have anything or have much, but if you do, go ahead and pop in the comment below. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.